What's up, people? Welcome to the Wrestling Never Sleeps podcast with your boy Jared Never Sleeps. And here is your news for Monday, January 18th. What's going on in the wrestling world? First and foremost, WrestleMania locations have been confirmed for the next 3 years. Mark Henry having beef with a former WWE champion. A WWE themed pay-per-view returning in 2021. The WWE moving forward with the Hall of Fame this year. A specific superstar's birthday today, and a Pat Patterson documentary coming out along with the Raw preview for tonight. Now let's start off with the WrestleMania locations over the next 3 years. It was revealed and confirmed recent reports that WrestleMania 37 will indeed take place in Florida's Raymond James Stadium. Like WrestleMania 36, the event will take place over 2 nights, which is great, I think. 7 hours of wrestling is way too long. If you split up within 2 days, it should be great. And that will take place on Saturday, April 10th and Sunday, April 11th. Now, WrestleMania 38 will respectively take place at AT&T Stadium in Texas on April 23rd, 2022. And it will return to LA on April 2nd, 2023 at the SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles. So great news. I wonder how many of those events will have fans. Let me know if you guys think we'll have fans by then, by 2022 and 2023 for those WrestleManias. And will The Rock return for WrestleMania 39? I think he'll be like 51 years old by that time. But I think a lot of people would like to see Roman Reigns versus The Rock. What do you guys think? Would Roman Reigns versus The Rock be a great main event for WrestleMania 39? Now, getting into the next story, Mark Henry having beef with a former WWE champion. Mark Henry did not hold back in calling out Ryback in the latest round of their war of words. The verbal spat between the two former WWE superstars started after Ryback initially responded to a question posed by the WWE on Fox Twitter account, asking who the best superstar to never win the WWE Championship was. Ryback actually commented and said that wrestling was fake and that titles were just props for a marketing tool. So, you know, the old school guys do not like that type of language. They don't like the F word ever used in professional wrestling. So Henry caught wind of this and responded on Busted Open Radio, claiming many of his peers found Ryback to be difficult and dangerous, actually, to work with in the ring. He went on to explain that they know wrestling is predetermined, but fake is not a word they like to use, and he got on top because he's a good entertainer, so nothing Ryback said could take his achievements away. Henry then directly said he was talking to Ryback's bitter, I don't want to say the word, and said he hopes he can fight for real because he wanted to whoop his, I don't want to say the word, in response to the amount of trash Ryback talks in the business and on the business. So then Ryback later said that the reply on WWE on Fox was in jest, and he explained how he was grateful to the business and talked about how he recovered from serious injuries without WWE's help. Ryback said Mark's opinion is to keep and claimed he wouldn't resort to personal attacks because his issues were with WWE, but later speculated that the, I don't want to say the word, blank company doesn't care about him, put him up to this, and said he'd break Henry apart like no other. Ryback continued not only bringing up John Cena's name into the equation by claiming he didn't want to work with Henry, but he also claimed an unnamed WWE producer called Henry a fat piece of you-know-what and found him napping before their match at WrestleMania 29. So this is going to be an interesting feud. Hopefully it won't lead to a WrestleMania match between Ryback and Mark Henry again. But hey, maybe those guys can get along in the future, or they won't get along. Who knows? So, okay, for next story, another WWE pay-per-view is returning in 2021. PW Insider is reporting that WWE Fastlane will take place this year on March 21st from the Thunderdome, currently the residency at Tropicana Field in St. Petersburg, Florida. So WWE Fastlane has not been used since 2019. It took a year off, and now it's back, and we will have it on the road to WrestleMania. Leave a comment if you guys are excited or not excited to have WWE Fastlane as part of the pay-per-views this year in 2021. So, the Wrestling Observer Radio is reporting that the WWE Hall of Fame ceremony this year will most likely be without fans, of course. We have the ongoing global health crisis going on. Dave Meltzer said that the latest plan for the WWE Hall of Fame is to have it virtually with no fans. However, he noted that things can change in the future. It was reported that WWE will be delaying the induction of the 2020 Hall of Fame class in 2021. There's no word yet on whether a 21 class will be inducted along with the 2020 class. So for those who don't remember, the current 2020 class that did not get to have their induction ceremony this year for obvious reasons were Batista, JBL, the Bella Twins, Justin Thunder Liger, the British Bulldog, and the NWO, which includes Hulk Hogan, Sean Waltman, Scott Hall, and Kevin Nash. Wow, all those guys will be two-time inductees into the Hall of Fame. So, yeah. What do you guys think? Do you guys think they should wait for the fans to come back to do the Hall of Fame ceremony, or should they have it on a Zoom call, I guess, for the Hall of Fame? Let me know what you guys think. Speaking of Hall of Fame, a Hall of Famer has a birthday today. Happy birthday to the animal, Dave Batista, who turns 52 years old today. Jeez, that makes me feel old. So Batista is 52 years old today, and in honor of his birthday, Batista himself posted on Instagram some gratuitous shirtless shots for prosperity, I guess to make him feel good about his ripe age. So moving forward, WWE Network News is reporting that they're in the works of having a Pat Patterson documentary debut on January 24th, Sunday, January 24th. And the special will be titled My Way, The Life and Legacy of Pat Patterson. Pat Patterson, arguably one of the greatest wrestling minds ever. Some have called him the second most influential person to the sport or the entertainment, whatever you want to call it. But and he's the father of the Royal Rumble. So look out for that on the WWE Network on Sunday, January 24th. So last thing I'll talk about, getting to the Raw preview. They're already reporting that Raw tonight will have a Raw Women's Championship match. A non-title match between Asuka and Alexa Bliss. I guess this is going to give Asuka something to do, as well as continue to further Alexa Bliss's kind of character change, or a character I don't really particularly like. I think Alexa Bliss was pretty good of a character as she was, but now she's kind of like the devilish, kind of weird Mr. Rogers toy, scary, spooky thing. But it would be great to see Asuka on television, and it's going to be interesting to see how they get these characters to continue to move forward. Asuka has been a little bit limbo right now. She doesn't really have anything to do, or she just kind of, I don't want to say riding the coattails of Charlotte, but she's definitely not being utilized. That kind of she's kind of they made Charlotte her Charlotte's sidekick, and she's the Raw Women's Champion. So, but yeah, hopefully I'm assuming they'll have a good match, and hopefully that they will give Asuka some better storylines material to work with. And they also said in Raw preview that there will be an update on Randy Orton's fireball incident when Alexa Bliss shot a fireball in his face, and I guess there was that 45 to 50 minutes of the show ending with him just covering his face from the apparent burns. So maybe Randy Orton will come out with a Kane mask since he got burned so bad. But that is the news today for wrestling, WWE. Make sure that you like this video. If you do like it or dislike it, let me know what you want to hear about in the comments. Talk to me. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, Wrestling Never Sleeps. I will talk to you soon, and it's still real to me, damn it. Take care and have a nice day.